Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Syed Ashraf. So my partner is Nur Alia. So we would like to explain to you about our assignment, which is LAB5 figure 2. In this LAB5 figure 2, in this task we have two parts, which is TMB and generator. So I would like to explain for TMB parts, and then my partner will continue with the generator. So firstly, from the TMB we have SPD, which is search protection device that protect our circuit from the lightning strike, and it will allow the current high current to the ground, to the earth, sorry. And then this is circuit breaker MCCB with rating 600 ampere. This will protect the device, which is in this case is SPD. So when the current exceeds 600 ampere, then it will react, or it will cut the circuit. So we also have an indicator light. This indicator is to determine whether have a source from the TMB or not. And then we also have a ACB. Then we also have a ACB with rated current for 1600 ampere. This ACB stands for air circuit breaker. It operates same as a MCCB, but it have a high rated current. And then we also have an IDMT. So IDMT is stand for inverse definite minimum time. Is used in transmission line to see that the current line does not exceed say value, and if it does, it will trigger the circuit breaker. Okay. This function when high value of the current reading, the time taken to IDMT relay to react is shorter. So then we also have a indicator light. This indicator light operates same as a first indicator light to determine the source of the current flow. And we also have the DPM, which is a digital power meter. This is to enable systematic pricing for energy consumed by the consumer. Then we have then we go to the bus bar. This is our bus bar. We have 4 bus bar, which is red, yellow, blue, neutral. And then this bus bar rated current is 1600 ampere. And then lastly we also have a outgoing. We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 load and 1 spare. So as you can see, the size of cable mostly different from each other. So so how to measure this cable is we have to use a rule that we call one rule that state that IZ must be greater than IN. So in this situation, our IN is correlated to the MCCB. Let's say if we want to know what is IZ we need for the IN 500. So we know, after we know the IN, we go to the table PVC insulated cable, and then we choose the referral method 3, which is enclosed in conduct on a wall or trunking. So actually our circuit single line diagram is for three phase. So we choose a 3 phase, and then we find the IZ. So remember that IZ must be greater than IN. So if IN, let's say IN is 500, so we must choose 500 33 ampere, and then the cable size is 500 millimeters. So this method is applied for all the cable that we want to choose. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Alia binti Zulkifli. Matric number B081810470. So I will continue the explanation for this figure. Basically, for main switchboard of this figure, incoming electrical supply is from utility company, which is TNB. But at the same time, it has a supply from the genset and as backup power for ESSB or EDB. E stands for essential, which is supply from genset. And during the NB power trip or supply condition, only ESSB and EDB will connected to genset supply through auto changeover switch. Firstly, from this generator, the power flow through the 4-pole 3-position changeover switch. The rating for changeover switch is 1000 ampere. Then, as you can see here, there is red, yellow, blue lamp. This one as indicator light with rating MCB 5 Okay, next. This one is the symbol for air circuit breaker. Basically, air circuit breaker is the purpose of protecting low voltage circuit, mainly for energizing and cutting off high current. So the rating for 4-pole ACB is 800 ampere. And then the power flow to here through the IDMT. Next, the power flow again to the indicator light, which is red, yellow, and blue, and the rating is 5 ampere for MCB. And then there is a DPM here. It has all information that we can get, such as the value for voltmeter and ammeter. For the red, yellow, blue, and neutral, it were connected to the bus bar, which is rating 800 ampere TPN. And there are 9 connections between bus bar, include for spare. For the RYB1, which is red, yellow, blue, white, the rating for MCB is 100 ampere with the SAS cable of 4 times 1C 35 mm square PVC to the outgoing switchgear of EDBC 1. Next is the RYB2. For RYB2, the rating for MCCB is 200 ampere TPN with the size cable of 4 times 1C 95 mm square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDBE 200 ampere TPN. And the next one is RYB3. The rating current for MCCB is 200 ampere with the size cable of 4 times 1C 95 mm square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDBLC 200 ampere TPN. And for RYB4, the rating current for MCCB is 100 ampere TPN with the size cable of 4 times 1C 35 mm square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDBR1 100 ampere TPN. And the next one, RYB5. The rating current for MCCB is 100 ampere TPN with the size cable of 4 times 1C 35 mm square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDBR2 100 ampere TPN. And for RYB6, the rating current for MCCB is 100 ampere with the size cable of 4 times 1C 35 mm square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDBR3 100 ampere TPN. And the next one, RYB7. The rating current for MCCB is 100 ampere also, and the size cable is 4 times 1C 35 millimeter square PVC, and the outgoing switchgear is EDB-R4 100 ampere TPN. For the outgoing switchgear EDB-R5 100 ampere TPN, the rating for MCCB is 100 ampere, and the size cable is 4 times 1C 35 millimeter square PVC. And the last one is RYB9. The rating of MCCB is 200 ampere TPN for the E spec. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.